Today we are going to learn a simple concept in accounting which is called as gap. So as we all know, gap is called as generally accepted accounting principles. So it includes some set of rules, regulations, or the principles in connection with the preparation of books of accounts. So why it is important, we will see. Okay, so when we are going to enter the transactions into the books of accounts, we have to follow some sets of rules and regulations. Okay, so these rules and regulations are in general called as gap. Okay, and when we take the books of accounts of a country, it will be entirely different from the books of accounts of another country. Say for example, the accounting system which we are following in India will be different from the accounting system of US or UK. Okay, so every country will be following different sets of rules and regulations in connection with maintaining their books of accounts. Okay, so what happens when a company which is operating its business all over the world, it has to follow different rules and regulations, right? Because they will have branches in India, at the same time their company is having branches in US, UK, or Middle East, like that. Okay, so it will be difficult for that company to maintain transparency or make some comparison. In that cases and all, it will be really difficult for that company. So we will see what happened to this gap in later stage. Okay, so gap at national level and international level, we can divide into two. Okay, gap we can divide into two. One is at national level, another one is at international level. So as we all know, at national level it is known as accounting standard, and later on it is modified into Ind AS or Indian accounting standards, right? At international level it was known as International Accounting Standards, and later on it was modified into IFRS. So this accounting standards or international accounting standards or Int AS or IFRS, whatever it is, all these are stating some rules or regulations or guidelines to prepare the books of accounts of a company. But one thing is, one is at the national level and another one is at the international level. So now we will see in detail what is IFRS stands for. Okay, IFRS means International Financial Reporting Standards. So I have explained this in the previous slide. That means you can see here IFRS is a part of your gap, but it is happening at international level. So what is gap? Gap is a set of rules and regulations which we have to follow while preparing the books of accounts of a company. At which level? At international level. So we will come back to IFRS. So IFRS includes a set of rules, regulations, or the guidelines in connection with the maintenance or the preparation of books of accounts at which level? International level. Okay, so why do we need to follow this IFRS? Because I have explained in the previous slide, like in case of globalization or a company which is operating its business all over the world, it has to follow different sets of different types of accounting in different countries. So when they follow a common way or system of accounting, it will provide more transparency. Okay, to operate in a global business environment, to follow this IFRS means it will be something better. So we will see what are the uses of this IFRS. When we follow this IFRS, we can maintain uniformity among companies and their accounting system, and it is like in case of companies operating in different parts of the world, that means it is supporting the globalization. Okay, and it will have more transparency in the sense like different companies from different countries will be following a common way of accounting, so that gives a easy way of accounting. We can do the comparison in an easy manner, and we can also understand the accounting system followed by various companies from different parts of the world. And is it mandatory to follow IFRS? Means it's not mandatory, but there are countries following IFRS system completely, but a country like India is not completely following IFRS system. Our system is a modified version. We were following, which one, I will come back to the slide. You can see at national level we were following accounting standards, and this accounting standards modified according to the requirements, latest requirements, and it is known as Indian accounting standards.